Let's take another look at that. That's that explosion on that barge right there. They was making crank in there, I bet you. I bet you that's what they were doing. You can see the little sun star that's coming from the light look just like the sun, to let you know that this electromagnetic spectrum that's in work with all this stuff going on. This wizardness of the earth is all under control by the universal creator. Now, as you can see, this is going to be the same green light like the one they say was an asteroid in Russia. You can see it right there. But these are not asteroids. These are light entities created by our creator. Look at it, same thing. It's two colors, green and orange, Segmet and Bastet. Right there, get ready to raise hell. They're going to be responsible for all the adverse weather that you see on this planet. Those two light entities that you saw created this green light right here. See? Let me show you so there will be no doubt in anyone's mind what's going on. All these fires are being started by those two light entities that you just saw. All the earthquakes, tsunamis, everything around this planet is all designed to destroy the wealth of the Zionists, to make them go to war with each other. You can see that some Russians came over here and murdered some American citizens. They're going to try to make it be Muslims and all that. No, it's not. It is just straight up white men warring against each other. It ain't got nothing to do with no religion. White men was killing each other way before they organized the religion, okay? So this is what we're dealing with, and people need to just wake up and stop letting people mislead them all the time, you know, about the true dynamics of what they're dealing with. You're just dealing with a bunch of corruption, and people are now at war with each other and blowing each other stuff with the universe more than anyone is blow. I bet you that bar is blowed up. That'll be the perfect place to be making drugs. Every place that they are manufacturing drugs on this planet is real simple. All those places are going to be destroyed, blown up. It's just, you know, it just is what it is. It's just simple. Watch what I tell you guys. You will see. Okay, here's again the meteorite that rocks. Okay, here we go. You can see it already. That's the Russian one. This is what they said was a Russian asteroid. Now, what this guy is not going to say is that identical to the Russian asteroid. He didn't say that. That's why I turned him off, because we don't expect them to be as much clarity as I'm going to bring you. Let me make it simple. This is the one that they said was the asteroid that did all that damage in Russia and everything, that we know it's not an asteroid, because I told you they'd come back and do a loop-de-loop and all that shit, which they did. So let me show you what they are. Here we go. Look at that one. Pay attention to it real good. They cut it short so you can see the comparison. But look, you can see this one going to make the same X in the same color green. Okay? There's the X. Look. You can see it. But this is not the one that they filmed over Russia. This is a different one. And then, being the thorough people that we are, they also gave you the other worthy judgment bringer, which is the mother of the sister of my sister Bastet. Let me introduce her mom. There's always somewhere nearby. That would be her right there. See? Run it back. Both together. Colors, yet straight up attributes. And there's the green fire again, just to bring it home. So you guys is not going to be able to say, I didn't know. So you can know that the electromagnetic spectrum is the information source for electricity. So electricity can be implemented to do my will when necessary. Since the spiritual energy that's inside of me is the spiritual energy that's inside of everyone, my sister knows where everyone and everything is at. So a lot of you people out there really better be praying to your Jesus, because you messed up real bad by starting shit with Asara Setepara Ma'at. And I did warn you all, I play for keeps. And so there will be a whole lot of firemen that's going to have some very good job security. Trust me on that. Okay, this Asara Setepara Ma'at. As you can see, this is the precipitation ratio for the whole West Coast, alright, from California to Seattle. Dry, desert, ideal for forest fires. Hate to be the one to tell you that, but yeah, I had already seen I-5 system completely burning. And then I had a dream last night, as a matter of fact. Today is, I think, the 25th or the 26th of April. It's Sunday. Whichever Sunday is closest to the end of the month is what today's date is. I think it's either the 26th or the 27th. Either way, I had a dream last night, which was Saturday night, that it started raining like hell. I mean, it was seriously raining. And when it was raining, it was little pieces of ice in the rain. And it just kept raining and kept raining. And it seemed to me like the rain was falling here in Washington and Oregon. And it was raining like hell. And everything else around the country was flooding. But as it was raining, the universe spoke to me and said, as soon as this rain starts, I'm going to start those fires. So you guys better really be praying. Because the universe is talking to me and it's saying, I've had it with these people. They are so damn stupid. Nothing is going to help them. They see the damn concentration camps. And they still going to the club shaking their ass. Still buying wigs. Still buying nails. Still worshiping dead ass Jesus. You know what? I did my best. I've been warning you guys. I've covered my ass for the last year and a half, almost 2 years. I haven't done nothing but set at this video. I don't have any money, so I can't go around the world trying to preach indirectly or directly to anyone. Okay, all this stagnation on the earth, and none of the citizens who I'm here to help want to seem to think like I'm worth anything worth investing into. So guess what? You cut your own throat. There's a whole lot of people on the earth that knows what I'm talking about, and you know what? They the ones who really ain't gotta do anything to support my effort, because they already got their thing done. The ones who need to is all of you who know you got incompletion, that know for a fact that you're scared as hell about these freaking concentration camps, and you've been sitting in your churches all this time and your preacher ain't said a damn thing to you about them. You should ask him why. And when he tell you he didn't know, then you shouldn't be giving him your dough. That's really the truth about it. I hate to tell you that. I really do. But anyway, the fires will be coming, because all these wicked ass people think they gotta be burning people up and all that shit, you know. And the only person that's gonna do that is God to these wicked ass people right here. Look at them sitting there cutting the pie. You see? Enjoying all these Jews. That's who they are. Zionists, greedy bastards. You know, look at them. That's who they are. Martin Luther, freaking Martin, all the Lutherans and the Protestants and the Baptists, all white men that went around the world perpetuating themselves as God, and brought nothing but tyranny, bloodshed, sorrow, tears. That's all they ever been good for. And the universe bears testimony to that. They radio broadcast bullshit, lies and deceit, wicked propagandas. Satan himself. You understand? Just bad propaganda. That's all. Look at them. All of they wicked asses. All of them. With, look, ancient Masonic, my ass. Ancient Kemet. Stole all our knowledge and didn't do nothing but enslave us and get together and write down a bunch of bullshit so they could take advantage. Look at them. Always nothing but faggot ass white men. All the time. Done caused the world where now to this day got all these concentration camps ready to murder women and children in them. That's what these guys have done. See, this is the only thing you can ever get from them. This is the only thing you ever have to be 100% sure they have brought to the world. Everybody killing men. God done gave you men to stand out here and care for their children and to plow the land and grow crops and feed their neighbors and feed the animals and take care of the forest and do all that good stuff. What do they want to do? Make a dumbass flag and then go across frozen ass water so they could be famous for crossing the damn frozen ass river. Okay, I think it's Waterloo was the battle with George Washington, faggot ass. And then he got to go down in history as being a great man because he got together with a whole boatload of other men and they crossed the river during adverse weather so they could go fight a war. And for this, he gets to go down in history as a great man. But wait, let's go even further. Then we got the damn Pilgrims, okay? Tracing America's enslavement to Jewish bankers. So this is who they told you the Pilgrims were. These Jewish bankers who took a bunch of criminals they had made criminals by using the same practices they use in the United States right now, where they make it where you can't make money. And they make laws where you got to have insurance, okay, on your car. Or you got to pay taxes on your tires, okay? Or all these things they come up with to force you into constantly spending and being in circumstances where they can extract wealth from you, okay? You got to pay rent. You got to pay electric. You got to pay water, okay? You got to pay all these things to them. And God didn't give the land to them. Everything God gave us to sustain ourselves with, they destroyed and replaced with their control. Pay me rent. Pay me everything. Pay me for all of your right to be on earth. You're going to pay us white men because we built a bunch of guns and we enslaved everybody. And we stole the pyramids from the ancient Kemetic people and used them to launch our tyranny. Ain't got nothing to do with us, but since we can't create our own shit because we lack originality, we'll steal everything from the melanated man and woman and claim it for ourselves. So here they go right here, and they want you to believe these were some pilgrims who escaped Europe so they could worship their God in peace. But then the first thing they did when they got over here is worship everyone else and lied and said that they were heathen and pagans and somebody that wasn't worthy of taking care of themselves, and that the great white man should be responsible for educating them and making them good Christians and good Catholics, which made us all smoke cigarettes and drink alcohol and have all this foolish ass sex I've been describing to everybody about my past history when I was out there in the world making a damn fool out of myself. That no one seemed to understand why I would be so willing to open my mouth and talk about all of my mishaps and my misfortune and my idiocy as I was growing up as a young man, because I want everyone to see what the world makes out of you. And while you're in the world, you won't even know that there's something wrong with that type of behavior. But once you get out and look back and see who you were, you will be in a hurry to try to tell other people so they won't have to go down that road. That's called love. That's called being concerned. That's called being the father of Sar. That's all it is. Regardless to the people on earth wanting to accept it or not, I am that I am, so I must do what I must do. You receive it or not, that's up to you. If you knew what I knew, you'd receive it. Bible always tell you about the rejection, and that's what I get, one after another, but that's okay because we anticipated that. But that's going to be making you be in serious ass agony. Know that. You're going to just literally wish you were dead, and you're not going to be able to die. These guys came over here. They were all criminals. They were all people who was let out of jail and had specific instructions to come over here and to neutralize the savages, is what the people over here was called. But they weren't savages. They were educated scholars and teachers and educators. But these guys right here was barbarian criminals that had guns, as you can see right there. And they came over here to the peaceful God-loving men and women who met them with all type of commodities and refreshments and stuff, only to be raped and murdered and lightened up and told that darkness was evil and something that you should be not wanting to be. So they convinced all the black indigenous people of this land to make themselves white and depleted just like the white people, so they could have the privileges that the white people only gave to other white people or people who accepted their brainwashed philosophy and became Catholic Christians and bleached them skins and lightened themselves up to hide their horrible blackness, as according to these fascist motherfuckers. Do you guys like the truth? I hope you do, because that's all you're going to get from me. So these fascist Zionist bitches that was at the time the King James and the Queen Isabellas and all that, okay, they called themselves royalty, okay, in the name of the King and our Lord and all that.